Hi, everyone. My name is Lena. For those who don't know me, this is Cooper, and welcome to The Scoop with Coop. Knowing the important factors to think about before getting or adopting a dog or any pet, but we're gonna be specific and talk about dogs. Before getting any pet, it's important to understand and have a clear idea as to your intentions on why you are getting the pet in the first place. Like that has to be clear. Like, why are you getting this pet? And then to also then understand that you have to be committed to taking care of this pet. It's your responsibility, and you're going to be accountable for it because they are looking to us to care for them, to guide them, to provide, so find out what your intentions are, make sure it's clear, and understand that this is a commitment. And it's not easy. There's a lot of work that goes into. They are expensive. They're expensive. And they look to us for everything. If you decide, this is something this is important, I understand that this is a commitment, then you're ready to do it, great. It's important to do some research on the breed. I say breed is important because basically every dog is different, and every breed is different. So, over time, dogs were bred for specific jobs, and that's why you have different groups. If you watch the Westminster Dog Show, they have working dogs, they have herding dogs, they have sporting dogs. So over time, they were bred to do a specific job. So, like, for example, the Beagle, they have really, really intense sense of smell. So they are easily distracted because they are on a mission and they smell something, they're active, right? And like terriers are really active, labs are really active, so they like constant activity. They need work, they need something to do. So having that type of dog, you have to know that you're going to have provide an active lifestyle for these pets. So that's why I say knowing what breed you're getting. And a lot of times you don't know because let's say you're adopting and it's a mixed breed. So you can kind of see like what kind of combination of pet do I have? Do I have an active / working dog? Do I have like Cooper? He's a mix. He's not full Shih Tzu, so he's in the toy breed, but he's mixed with another small dog. So, but even as a small dog, it's important to make sure he's socialized well with people and pets. Boop. And there he is. He's a bed hopper. So knowing what kind of breed you're getting and knowing what drives them to do things, like they need to be active, are they people dogs, are they food motivated? Some dogs like to be around other dogs, some dogs like to be around people, some dogs they like to be by themselves. So that's other things to think about too. And these factors help with training, right? So if you know that your dog is food motivated, they're about doing a job, that's going to help you in terms of training them into structuring how you guys are going to coexist in the household. So for Cooper, When I first rescued him, he actually was not very well behaved. But I immediately set the tone as to what was going to go down in my household. And he easily followed every single one of those rules. And it didn't really take much for me and him to get on the same page. He is also very food motivated, so he started to do tricks, all different types of tricks, very easily. And because he was like, I'm going to get a treat, he was very willing to do anything. He's older, he's forgotten them all, but it's okay. So that's what I found worked well with me and Cooper. He likes to be social. He likes to be around people. So I would take him with me to work. I would continue that relationship of building structure. Even when I would take him to work, he got to be around people. And then I eventually started taking him to friends and family houses. He was around people. He loved it. So he is not good with is other dogs that are either bigger or very active. That seems to intimidate him. So he starts to growl and bark and tries to assert himself. He's like, nah, back off. So that's how he does it. So in the beginning, I was afraid to bring him to like the dog park. Tested it out. I was like, the only way I'm going to know is if I take him, right? Obviously, I was going to be very cautious and make sure I had control over him in case something happened. And I took him to the dog park and he was totally fine. So it was actually my worries and my insecurities I was projecting onto him. And he did great. He just did his own thing. Moving. He was more concerned about sniffing around and trying to mark on everything. That's all I wanted to do. So I was like, okay, so it actually wasn't that bad. So just important to keep in mind a really knowledgeable trainer, because it's not just about training the dog. It's also about training you as well. Knowing that if you have a big or a large breed dog, let's say you get one as a puppy, they're not going to stay that small. So you have to start that training immediately. Socialization immediately, because once they get bigger and they haven't established any structure or training, it's going to be a lot harder to maintain and control that. And then you're going to have a big dog that's either aggressive, barking at people, taking over your house, pulling you down the block. So an active breed like the terriers, Staffordshire Terriers, you want to make sure you're providing a lot of active activity. If that means hiking, if that means jogging and walking, you can do agility training classes. You have to find things that allow them to release their energy. If they're all about energy and they need to let it go, you have to give them that access to do so. You can't have them just cooped up in the house all the time, because then over time, it's going to make a very hyper and unmanageable dog. Knowing all these factors will be huge in creating a plan as to how you want to establish the relationship that you have, starting from when they're young. If you already have a dog that's older, you can still establish these things. I got Cooper when he was 4, and the behaviors he was exhibiting before I had him in my house, he did not exhibit in my household. So even if you have an older dog, you can, try to break any bad behaviors. It's definitely possible. And you have to have a lot of patience. It's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. I got lucky with Cooper. But there are certain things where we're still working, and it's still a work in progress. But like I said in the beginning, being committed to the fact that this is a long-term situation when you get a pet. It's long-term. There's financial factors involved, emotional factors involved, and having, like I said, having clear intentions as to, why you're wanting to have a pet in the first place is really important. Catch you next time. Bye.